So today we are going to see how we are going to create an augmented reality in practical view. So you must have heard the lecture of the Buktar sir about the what is the general concept of augmented reality and etc. So basically we are going to use the three software for creating the augmented reality view. So first software is a Creo parametric software. So basically the Creo parametric software is an 3D modeling software. So basically you can use any particular software to create the 3D model of your required project or any model created by you. But as the we are going to use the three software, all three software are being developed by the PTC company. So it is the most suitable that you use the Creo parametric for the 3D modeling. So if you use any other, you have to save your file in .igs format, that is a common format which is acceptable for all the software, CAD modeling software. Then second software we are going to use the Creo Illustrate. So basically the Creo Illustrate software uses a use for the creating an animation. So whatever CAD model you are going to generate using a Creo software will be exported to the Creo Illustrate software. So basically that particular Creo Illustrate software will import that particular model and we can input any animations we want over there. So all the animations are created in the Creo Illustrate software. Then third software which we are going to use is a Vuforia Studio. So Vuforia Studio is basically used for creating the augmented reality content. So Vuforia Studio has its cloud platform available by PTC and it is having one software that is a Creo View or Vuforia View available at Play Store as well as the App Store in Apple Store. So which you can download and which you can use easily to view the generated content on your mobile phone. So basically first we will see, we are simply going to create any content in the Creo software. So I am going to skip that step, that creating any particular CAD model in the software, and I will directly, because you must have been familiar, all of you. Is everyone familiar with creating a CAD content? Yes everyone.
No, sir. No, sir.
ओके तो आप सबने कैड मॉडल बनाया होगा. आई एम गोइंग टू आई हैव सिंपली डाउनलोडेड वन कैड मॉडल. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल बाय गोइंग इनटू द स्टार्ट, okay, first you have to go to the start and you have to start the Illustrate software. So Creo Illustrate 7.0 version, college our Sardar Patel college has also purchased the Creo Illustrate software which will be available at your college. So you have to start that particular software. So this is the general view of the software. So here we cannot directly create any CAD model. So we have to import the model. So you have to go to the second option, that is a import option. So in import option you are going to select the embedded view. Now in embedded view I have already downloaded one assembly. So it is a gear assembly of a trunk. So that assembly file you have to select. Don't have to choose the part file because part file will contain a single geometry. But assembly will contain all the parts at proper assembled position. So that assembly you have to select and click on open. Then you have to click on default view. So whatever initial view you want at your screen, you have to orient your object by using a scroll button. So you have to simply press the scroll button to orient your view properly. And after orienting it in a proper view, you are going to set it as a default view. So whenever you scan your mobile with your barcode with your mobile phones via Creo View app, this will be the initial view which you are going to see over there. Then you have to click on create and close. Then there will be a one option available at the bottom which will generate automatically, that is the use the current view. So whatever view you are going to see on your screen, you are going to set this current view as the augmented model. So you have to use this particular view. So by seeing this particular software, it has the simple menu option which is always available everywhere. Then the SBOM, there will be the total history, that which parts are available over here will be present over here in the tree form. So you can either directly select the each and every model which will be get highlighted over here, or you can simply select the total part, each and every part or assembly directly from the tree. Now in second thing, there are figures are available. So by side of the SBOM, the figures are given. So these are the figure which contain the total animation of that particular object. So basically augmented reality is being used to create the various animation of a physical part. So what is the basic purpose of augmented reality is that to create a provide a additional information over a physical object. So if the physical object is already present in front of you, but if you want to check how that part can be assembled or disassembled, what are the additional features of that particular part, all these things you can have that additional information using the augmented reality. So if we are going to show how that part is been assembled, or if you want to see a internal structure or assembly procedure of that particular object, that we can create using this particular Illustrate software. So if I consider this particular software, that this assembly contain the various part, so it is having the n number of parts, that n number of parts, which part should be, if you want to disassemble this assembly, how you are going to disassemble. So first of all, the rightmost position is the bearing. So if I click on the bearing, just the bearing is selected and the bearing balls are not being getting selected. So I will go to the structure and I will select the total bearing. Now I have to create an animation. For the animation, you have to go to the animation screen. Here in home there are various options available which we are not going to use right now. So you have to directly jump on the animation screen where the animations can be generated. Now in animation screen you are going to create a sequence. So sequence gives the information of one step at a time. So what will be the first step, second step and so on. So we will create the n number of sequence. So when sequence is selected, you can see here below the figure a step 1 is created. So in step 1 what we are going to do, that you have to define. So in the first position, what we are going to do, we are going to pull this bearing outside the shaft. So to pull this bearing outside, you are going to use the function that is a transform. So you have to select that particular bearing and click on the transform. When you click on the transform, the 3 arrow and 3 axis of a rotation, means 6 degree of freedom, will appear at your screen for the selected part. That particular part you can simply rotate using simple selection. So I will select it again, and you can simply move this particular part to take outside the shaft in X direction. So this direction you can simply pull it. So by pulling it in X direction, our first set of sequence is been created. So if I want to create now second step, so first step will be take the bearing out from the shaft. Then if I want to create the second step, I will click on add step. Now there is a bush, that bush I have to take it out. So I will select the bush and again I will choose the horizontal direction. You can see a dimension over here which is been generated. If you want to pick the dimension accurately, you can press the control button, so it will create a scale and your dimension will move slightly shorter. So I am going to take it out by the 180 mm. So two part has been taken out. Now third part is I can disassemble the gear. So if I want to change the gear and replace it with the new gear, So that procedure I can show over here. So again I am going to take it out in a horizontal direction, and other direction you can use, that is a vertically upward direction by 300 mm or whatever you can choose. Then next thing, I have to take out this particular key so that I can remove this another gear. So I will take this key in upward direction, and then I can remove this. There is a one bush over there, that bush I have to remove first. So this bush has been removed. So I have added all this step in second step. Now removal of third step, if I have to create it as a third step, again I am going to click on the next step. So in this step I am going to remove this bush, in this direction. So in likewise you can create any n number of steps. So whatever, whenever you create your project or any particular model, you can show how it is going to rotate. So that you have done. Now after replacing it, there are n number of options. Suppose if you want to suggest any particular component, so that component you can create with the effect. So in effect I can fly it out, means it will visible disvisible. So fade out, I can select it as a fade out, or I can select it as a fade in. So what will happen, that component will be disappeared. So if you don't want some component, you can simply select it as a fade out, so that component will be disappear, and the internal component, if you want to give a more importance, that will be easily visible. Then you can select as a flash. So suppose I select this particular gear and I will click on flash. So suppose you have to select one color by which it will flash. So what will happen, if you want to give importance, or you have to tell something about some particular product at the assembly time, you need the opposite person who is seeing that augmented reality function should get the focus on that particular part. So suppose if you just say the remove that particular part, so it is important that user should understand what part it is, so you can flash it. So these are the some functions available. There are many more which you can try by yourself. After that यहाँ पे हमारी disassembly process complete हो चुकी है. Now if you want to reassemble this particular part, there is a simply you can again transform this to the original position and assemble. That function you can do, or instead there is one more option, that is a restore location. So if you click on restore location, all the part will come to the original position, and all this motion which we have created is been stored in the sequence. So if you want to check it or you want to preview it, there is an option available such as a preview sequence. So simply click on the preview sequence. So if you want to play it, simply click on play. So it will play only first step. So in first step we have just took out the bearing. So if you want to provide some time between first operation and second operation, you can play it one by one. But if you want to just demonstrate all the operation at a time, you can simply select over here and play all. So play all will remove your assembly one by one. Okay, so whatever flash and fade out, fade in we have used, that also has been performed. So in such a way you can create any type of animation you want for your augmented reality purpose. So all these things are being created in the Creo Illustrator. Now I am going to close the preview. So in this preview, just you are going to create an animation. But now this animation are need to be uploaded on the cloud so that it can be converted into the augmented reality format. So to export this document, you have to click on the publish. So when you go to the publish, you have to select on the publish button, and in publish button I am going to create a gear 1 as a file and click on save. The file format will be PVZ format. So in PVZ format all the files will be stored. So just click on the save button. So it will take some time. So the progress bar you can see at the bottom of the software. So it is been saved. Now after that you have to open the Vuforia View application. So last one is the Vuforia Studio. So Vuforia Studio is the augmented reality software which is been developed for the purpose of the mechanical engineer itself, because it contains the simple way. There are two software that is in which you can create the augmented reality experience. First one is a Vuforia Studio, second one is a Unity. Unity is again a similar software where you can again use the Vuforia itself. But in that particular case, you will require some programming knowledge, or you will require required to study that particular software, because this software PTC are easy software because it is been developed by the CAD company itself. But Unity is a gaming software. So whatever games are developed in Unity software. So you will require some extra knowledge or extra input to use that particular software. So we will see a Vuforia Studio first. So this is the link where you have to create your account. So you can note it down. That is a trial.studio.vuforia.com. So when you create account on this site, it will going to provide you the 30 days of trial period. So again you have advantage, our college has already purchased this software and you can use it at our college also. So or you can simply use it for the 30 days trial period, which can be extended by the 45 days. So you can use it and you can download it, or sir have already shared you one exe file which some of you may have downloaded it. So I am going to open Vuforia Studio app. Then you have to click on open. Now this will be opened in your Chrome browser or any browser you are using. In that software you have to click on the add button. So to create a new project, if you have already created some project, it will show over here. Now if you want to create a new project, simply click on the add button. So in this there are three type of project you can generate. First one is a 2D eyewear. So 2D eyewear are the simple type of goggles which you can use, simple 3D objects, but it all will be in 2D form, so you cannot see all animation perfectly. Second one is a 3D eyewear. So basically 3D eyewear, it is supported to the Microsoft HoloLens. So it is the goggle which is been augmented reality goggle developed by the Microsoft, which is cost around 2 to 3 lakhs in India. So that by using that goggle you can see all the animations which we have created right now, but it required a one purchase item. But next is a mobile phone which already we have, so we can directly see it. So we are going to select the mobile as a default setting. Then project name you have to create. So I am going to name the gear 1. Then the experience name will be generated automatically. You have to keep it as it is. And then you have to click on create. Is it understandable to you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, students.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this will be your general screen. Now whatever the canvas you are seeing will be the our augmented screen, which we are going to see through a camera, that is present over here in the canvas. Then at the left side there is a title as a project. So project contain all the information regarding the project, which you are going to add the value in that by selecting n number of option. Then on the second side there is a widget. So widget will be used to create overlay in our mobile screen. सो इफ यू वांट टू क्रिएट सम बटन्स, और जैसे हम अगर कोई कैमरा वगैरह ऐप भी ओपन करते हैं तो वहां पे ऊपर क्या चीज आती है, टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट, और कुछ मेनू बार होते हैं सच एज फोटो, पैरानामा, एक्सेट्रा. Similar type of menu which we can develop over here. So first of all, in this particular canvas we want to import the model which we have generated right now. So to get that particular model, first you have to go to the model and you have to select it and drag it over the canvas screen. Okay, so such a model will be generated, but it has only generated a model. We haven't linked this particular model to the file we have exported right now. So to pick that particular file as a model, at the right side there are the properties option. So whichever things we are going to add over our canvas will have some properties. That properties we can define over here. The first option is the resources. So resources will have the whatever thing we have to pick, we have to select it from the resource button, then select file. So in document we have just exported a file by the name gear1. So gear1 with .pvz file will be there. That pvz file you have to select and click on open. In CAD optimization, if you want to reduce the size of your file, because we are going to create the large assembly over here in the Creo software, and then we are adding the animation over that, so the size of that particular model will be increased highly. So if it is a large assembly, you need to optimize that particular assembly, because you are have to download it over your mobile also, so it will require the higher amount of data. But as right now our assembly is very small, there is no need of optimization. So if you create a big assembly, you are going to use as the CAD optimizer. So right now I am going to skip it and simply click on add. So our assembly has been imported over here. Now this particular assembly we have to upload on the cloud, but to upload in the cloud we are going to get one barcode. That barcode we have to generate, but with respect to barcode, where this assembly should lie, that we have to define. So to define that, in the target option we are going to select the thing mark. So on thing mark you have to drag the thing mark and place over the bottom, or you can place over the model also. So it depends on where you want this, the barcode. If I zoom this particular barcode, you can see over here it is a simple barcode type. So whichever barcode you have seen, 2D barcode or 3D graphical barcode, such type of barcode it is. So this particular barcode you have to print this barcode, or ye barcode, or it whatever they say it as a thing mark. So you have to print this thing mark and you have to paste over the area where you want to generate the augmented reality content. So if you have created the augmented reality content of any machine, so you will paste this particular barcode on that particular machine. तो you have to paste it barcode in such a way that कि जहाँ पे आप actual machine के ऊपर जहाँ पे place करने वाले हो उसी जगह पे आपको ये barcode लगाना है. तो suppose आप इस assembly के ऊपर इस barcode को इस assembly के ऊपर यहाँ पे paste लगाने वाले हो, then your barcode in the digital form should be at the same position. Means इस barcode का physical location and डिजिटल लोकेशन शुड बी सेम. अगर वो दोनों सेम होते हैं और उसकी साइज सेम रहती है, देन इट विल ओवरलैप द डिजिटल कंटेंट एग्जैक्टली ऑन टू द फिजिकल कंटेंट. सो इफ यू आर हैविंग द दिस मॉडल in a physical form present at your site, then you can overlap the digital content of animation on the physical content with the exact overlapping. So that is depend on this particular barcode. So if this barcode is relatively small than the actual barcode, then your object will get smaller or larger as compared to the physical model. So to adjust this particular barcode, you can simply change its width. If I set it as a 0.1, the size of barcode will get increased. So based on your actual size of the barcode, you are going to set it. So now I am going to set it as 0.05 and place it over here. Now we have to publish this particular content over the cloud. There are many more options available in the software which we'll see one by one. So but these are the two main things which are required. That is a model which we have to publish over the cloud, and second thing is the target. So there are basically three options. First one is a spatial target, model target, image target, and theme mark. So basically target is nothing but the code which is going to specify that which model our phone should access from the cloud. It define on the target. So target not only define the which model to be downloaded on from the cloud, but also it define what should be the orientation of that model. So it is also depend upon the theme mark. If we select the image target, for image target we have to provide an image or a photograph of an actual part. That photograph you can use as an image target. Then in model it will be a 3D image, and in spatial target you are going to select any surface where you want to pick this particular model. So spatial target will just create one link to know which object is to be downloaded from the cloud, and you can put that particular model in augmented form in any surfaces. Okay, now right now we are going to use the theme mark. So this theme mark we are going to publish. So to publish it, we are going to save it. And I am going to see a preview that how this model will look. Okay, so in preview form, in this way that model is going to look. So whatever button etc we will create in the second time. So in this way this object is going to look. To view it, now it is been created. Now we have to share this particular model over the cloud. To share it, we are going to use the publish button. So at present condition, we have created everything in the computer itself. Now we are sending this data to the cloud. So I am simply going to click the publish button. So it says the missing required information. So this information you have to select in the theme. So whatever project is given in project, there is a theme option. Second one is the experience. So in experience we have added a theme mark, but we haven't select which theme mark should be present over there. So basically whenever you are going to create your account, it is going to provide you a 3 theme marks which you can use. So that theme mark you can view over here. In the configuration option there is an option of theme mark. So this is the first, second, third. So whichever theme mark you are going to use, select it from here which theme marks we are going to use. Now I am going to use the first theme mark. So this is my first theme mark. I can take a simple printout from here. So that printout will be with you to see a software. So same theme mark I have to select over here in the experience information. So in experience information I am going to select the first theme mark. Then initial view will be the home view which we have created. So it should be set at home itself. And the description, whatever description you want to provide about the gear, that you can provide over here in the description, or you can leave it as a blank. Then you have to click on publish button. So it will ask for a username and password. So whichever account you has been created, you have to add over here. and then you have to click on sign in. Okay, so after it gets signed in, it is uploading. You can see over here that project is been uploaded. It is of 2.4 MB. So that project is been uploaded. Now if any one of you have already downloaded this software, you can see it by scanning this barcode. I will just demonstrate it to you via my mobile phone. Play Store, you have to download this application by name Vuporia View. From this particular application, it is having some n number of animated option is been already present in the screen. Okay, so these are the few AR experience which you can view, and you can understand what are the features available in this software. You can understand it by using this existing AR applications. Now we are going to check whichever application we have generated at the bottom portion. So in central bottom portion, there is a option to scan a barcode. So that you have to select, and the thing mark which we have created, we have to scan our thing mark from our mobile screen. Now it has detected an experience linked with this. Now we have to click open automatically. So it is required the username and password. I will show you how you are going to disable this. So after selecting that barcode, it will get that object from the cloud. So you can see over here the object is being generated. So by changing the direction of your mobile, you can see the similar object from the various direction. Now you can see the position where our barcode is present is showing and just an hexagon at the same position where we have put it in a digital form. So it will create the same amount type in a physical form. So wherever our target is present physically, it will generate the augmented reality object at the same position. So you have to make sure you are going to apply the barcode at the same position. So if you want to change its view, you can simply rotate your mobile in various direction and check that particular object. So in practical view, there is just a laptop present, but when we check it from the mobile, there is a augmented reality object present over here. Okay, so likewise we can create the augmented reality content, but when we check it, we have already applied some animation over here, which animations are not visible right now. So to add that animation, we are going to see a next procedure how we are going to add those animation in our screen. Okay, so यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ डाउट है क्या? यहाँ तक सबको समझ में आया कैसे करना है?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will go back to the home. Now in home, we have already added the model, but the animation is not present in the view which we have seen from our mobile. So for that you have to go down to the properties of the model. So model को properties में आपको drop down करना है, and there is an option by the name sequence. This sequence we have not selected previously. So this sequence you have to select it to the figure 1. So figure 1 we have created in Creo Illustrated software, that is the figure 1. So same figure 1 will be available over here in the sequence that we have to pick. Now we have to select how this sequence will get initiated. So for that you have to create one button. So for creating button, you can see over here it is shown as a 3D form. Now you have to switch it in a 2D form. So in 2D form, you will see a simple content of your mobile screen. So it will be your simple mobile screen with the top panel, bottom panel, left panel, right panel and central panel. So it will also be over here, left panel, central panel, bottom panel, etc. will be available over here. Now you have to create a button, which button can play that particular sequence. So in the widget you will get the n number of options, that n number of type of button which you can provide in the software itself. So if you check it, there is a card, folder, grid, such options are available, as well as input as button, checkbox, select, slider, text, toggle, switch button, then audio, chart, then chalks, digital grid, file, gauge, image, label. So these are video, these are the various options available. So these options suggest that when you are going to create the augmented reality content, you can add any audio file. तो आपको कोई उसका डिस्क्रिप्शन ऐड करना है तो वो आप ऑडियो फाइल में ऐड कर सकते हो रिकॉर्डेड, या फिर आप कोई वीडियो उसमें ऐड कर सकते हो, या फिर इफ यू वांट टू क्रिएट सम पर्टिकुलर लिंक, कि सपोज यू आर हैविंग अ पीडीएफ फाइल which content all the detail of that particular product, that particular assembly, अगर आपको उसको डिजाइन पार्ट वगैरह गिवन है तो वो पार्ट पीडीएफ फाइल में आप डायरेक्टली यहाँ से हाइपरलिंक ऐड कर सकते हो. तो जब वो उस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट के ऊपर क्लिक करेगा पीडीएफ फाइल विल ओपन, so that you can define. So right now we are going to select a toggle button. तो आपको यहाँ पे for create playing animation we are going to use the toggle button. So ये टॉगल बटन आपको ड्रैग करना है, जिस पोजीशन पे चाहिए उस पोजीशन पे जाके छोड़ देना है. तो it will create a one button at the bottom left corner. Then on the right side you will get the properties of toggle button. तो हमने यहाँ पे डेस्कटॉप पे 2D इसमें टॉगल बटन ऐड कर लिया है, उसके रिलेटेड जो भी प्रॉपर्टीज है वो यहाँ पे जनरेट हो जाती है. सो फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज व्हेन इट इज प्रेस्ड. अब जब इसका बटन प्रेस फॉर्म में होगा तब हमें क्या चाहिए, वी हैव टू पॉज इट. सो दिस आर जस्ट आइकॉन कि इमेज कौन सी होनी चाहिए जब हमारा बटन प्रेस रहेगा. तो जब हमारा बटन प्रेस रहेगा आई वांट इट टू पॉज, एंड जब हमारा बटन प्रेस नहीं रहेगा आई वांट इमेज टू बी प्लेड. तो इफ यू आर गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट द राइट इमेज यू डोंट हैव टू राइट एनीथिंग एट द बॉटम ऑफ द बटन. तो आपको बटन से डायरेक्टली समझ में आ जाएगा कि यहाँ से आपको एनिमेशन प्ले करने हैं, कब आपको स्टॉप करने हैं. सो इट कैन बी इजीली डिफाइंड ओवर हियर. नाउ आपने ये सिर्फ बटन ऐड कर लिया है, अभी अब तक आपने ये डिफाइन नहीं किया कि इस बटन से क्या होना चाहिए. सो those properties are available at the bottom, that is the event, कि जब ये बटन प्रेस होगा तब क्या इवेंट परफॉर्म होना चाहिए. तो when pressed यहाँ पे जो लिखा है वो एरो को आपको सिलेक्ट करना है एंड यू हैव टू ड्रैग दिस एरो टू द मॉडल 1, कि जब हमारा ये बटन प्रेस्ड रहेगा तब हमें मॉडल 1 में जो एनिमेशन होंगे वो सारे एनिमेशन मेरे प्ले होने चाहिए. एंड यू हैव टू क्लिक ऑन बाइंड. तो इसका मतलब क्या होगा, इस बटन की प्रॉपर्टीज में अब क्या ऐड हो चुका है कि ये बटन जब प्रेस कंडीशन में होगा तब वो मॉडल 1 के सारे एनिमेशन प्ले करेगा. देन वी हैव टू सिलेक्ट कि जब ये बटन अनप्रेस होगा तब उसने क्या करना चाहिए. सो आई एम ऑल्सो गोइंग टू ड्रैग इट ओवर द मॉडल एंड आई एम गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट इट एज अ रिवाइंड, कि जब हम अनप्रेस बटन प्रेस करेंगे इट विल गेट रिवाइंड टू द ओरिजिनल थिंग एंड बाइंड. तब अब इस बटन के जो सारे प्रॉपर्टीज है वो डिफाइन हो चुके हैं. नाउ वी कैन सिंपली सिलेक्ट व्हाट शुड बी हैपन आफ्टर प्रेसिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर बटन. तो हमने वो मॉडल के साथ अलाइन कर लिया और मॉडल में हमने जो सीक्वेंस देना था वो सीक्वेंस यहाँ पे हमने फिगर 1 में सिलेक्ट कर लिया है. सो नाउ अगेन वी आर गोइंग टू सेव इट. अब यहाँ के सारे थिंग मैं वही रख रहा हूँ. यहाँ पे एक्सपीरियंस मैंने ऑलरेडी गियर 1 थिंग मार्क 1 पे ही कर रहा हूँ सेम थिंग. सो व्हेनेवर I upload same thing on the same thing mark, your previous experience will get vanished. वो experience आपका चला जाएगा. So आप एक बार एक ही एनिमेशन एक बारकोड के ऊपर प्रेजेंट कर सकते हो. So if you are having total 3 thing mark, you can upload up to 3 animations at a time. So now you have to click on save. Then क्लिक ऑन प्रीव्यू. प्रीव्यू में आप देख सकते हो कि जो भी आपने चीजें डिफाइन की है वो राइटली वर्क कर रही है या नहीं कर रही. उसके बाद आप पब्लिश करोगे, क्योंकि अगर आपका ऑब्जेक्ट लार्ज है, इट इज बेटर दैट वी शुड चेक इट प्रीवियसली वेदर इट इज वर्किंग और नॉट. तो जब हमारा प्रेस बटन नॉन प्रेस पोजीशन पे है, और असेंबली इज इन असेंबल्ड फॉर्म. सो आई एम सिंपली क्लिक ऑन दिस पर्टिकुलर बटन. सो यहाँ पे देखो उस साइड में आपके एनिमेशन स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं. तो जो जो एनिमेशन हमने डिफाइन किए थे वो सारे आपके प्ले होने स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे एट ए टाइम. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे हमारा एनिमेशन कंप्लीटली वर्क कर लिया. जब हम पॉज बटन प्ले करेंगे वो उसने रिवाइंड कर लिया और वो अगेन स्टार्ट करेगा. अब रिवाइंड करते वक्त सिर्फ उसने एक स्टेप बैक की है, या फिर यू हैव टू सिलेक्ट द रिवाइंड ऑल बटन. ओके, तो यहाँ पे ये चीज हमारी डिफाइन हो चुकी है. तो इट इज वर्किंग परफेक्टली. सो वी कैन पब्लिश दिस एक्सपीरियंस. सो जस्ट क्लिक ऑन पब्लिश. लॉगिन हमारा ऑलरेडी है, सो इट विल डायरेक्टली गो ऑन पब्लिशिंग. ठीक है, ये एक्सपीरियंस यहाँ पे सक्सेसफुली पब्लिश हो चुका है. नाउ वी विल सी इट थ्रू अ मोबाइल स्क्रीन. सो टू scan it from the mobile screen, you have to use this particular barcode. Is my mobile screen visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again you have to go to the Vuforia view application, and from Vuforia view application you have to just select on scan the barcode. So bottom, central bottom option you have to pick. You have to orient your mobile towards the barcode. So it will detect automatically and download that assembly through the cloud. So our object is clearly visible over here. Okay, so as it is on the digital platform, it may misbehave sometimes. If you print it on the paper, it will work perfectly. Okay, so here see, you simply have to press the play button. So after playing the play button, it will show you the assembly. Okay, now here we can see one thing, our orientation is not correct, as well as the size of our object is relatively large. So these things we can change simply through our object. Okay, likewise you can see the animation. Now if you want to reduce its size, Okay, now if you want to reduce its size, you have to again go to the home button. Instead of 2D, you have to go to the 3D, and our size of a model is relatively large. So in the scale option, we can reduce the size of particular model to 0.5. Or second thing which we can do, we can transform this barcode. So we can reorient this barcode using any particular axis, that how we have to orient this object with respect to barcode, that we can set over here. Okay, so with respect to this barcode, it will show in this condition. So whenever the barcode is at right angle to your screen, your object will be in this position. So I will rotate it slightly, and in this way I want this particular object to be presented. Or you can increase the size of the barcode as well. I am increasing it to 0.9 or 0.1, and again you have to save it and publish it. In that particular way, you can change the orientation size of the object. And remaining thing, you can try all these things by your own. You can add n number of widgets over here. So whatever button you want to use, whatever thing you have to link with that particular button, you can do it. You can add any particular charts which show the total use of that particular machine that you can add. You can add any particular images over there. So you have to try it out by your own. There are various tutorials are also available on the PTC website. Whenever you register yourself on PTC website, there is a developer option where you can register yourself. So these options you can try. So if you are having any doubts, you can ask.